Hello, welcome back to my channel. Axel is over there if you hear him huffing and puffing, but today's video is all about the new Jaclyn Cosmetics Brightening collection, okay? There were 4 items launched in this collection, so today I'm going to tell you about them, the price, and I'm trying them out for the first time. I haven't even taken them out of the box yet, and you're going to get to see my first impressions. I'm very excited, but also very nervous because I want to love it, but I have very high expectations because I love all of her stuff. So, let's just get into it. So, it comes in this box that has the Jaclyn, little print. It's cute, it's simple, love it. And everything came bubble wrapped like this. I did get one of everything. Bubble wrapped very nicely, I appreciate that. I hate when you're so excited when something comes broken, and it's a bummer. Okay, so I'm just going to show you in the order that I'm going to use them. Okay, so first is the Jaclyn Cosmetics Under Eye Primer. Very excited about this. I have never tried an under eye primer. I usually only use a face primer. And I don't really struggle with cakey under eyes or dry under eyes, thank goodness. I have more oily skin. But I do think, obviously anything to make the under eye look better. I mean, it's amazing. It's a little bit smaller than I expected, if I'm being honest. Especially for how much I saw her use in her video, so I'm curious to see how long this lasts. But I really like the component. It looks like a really skinny eye cream tube. Hydrating under eye primer. I mean, that's it. So we got that. Next up, we have, the primer, I would do concealer, then I would set the under eyes. So let's go into, I think this is the palette. I'm super excited about this. I have not used a product like this either. This is the Brightening and Setting palette. I usually just set my under eyes with a slightly colored loose powder, either the Kylie one, the Jeffree Star one, or the Maybelline one. Those are the ones that I've used. Becca has one. But I've never used pressed colored powders like she always does. So I'm super excited. I got the lightest one because I do get pretty tan in the summer, but that one would only be good for me in the summer months. So if I absolutely love this, then I'll get the other one too. But this one will last me all year round. Oh, it's cute. Again, smaller than I expected. Fingerprints do get on the packaging, as you can see, but I love the packaging. It's a lot more sleek than the bronzer. This is fingerprints over it too. Okay. So this is it. Let's open it up. You're gonna get to see it before I do. There we go. Ooh. Yeah, I'm glad I got the light one because these ones will work for me. The top ones will work for me while I'm really pale. And the bottom ones work for me when I do get a tan because your under eye brightening should always be a couple shades lighter than your skin tone. So that will work out for me. These ones are supposed to be correcting, and these ones are supposed to be brightening according to her Instagram and all of that. So once I do my makeup, I'll just test them out. So we got that. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, so the under eye primer is $24. $24. Kind of expensive for how small it is, but we'll see. I have a small face, so I probably won't use a lot. The palette is $39. This is the most expensive thing in the collection, but I understand, you know what I mean? It's a little palette. Pretty small, but, again, we'll see how long they last. Here is the translucent setting powder. So this will be to set all over the face, everywhere besides the under eye area. I got this one because I always use translucent powder. I love the Wet n Wild one, and I love the Laura Mercier one, and I have never tried a pressed translucent powder, so I'm really excited about this. She said that it's supposed to be not a super matte. It's supposed to look like skin still, and I feel like I can tell just by the way that this is kind of hitting the light. I don't know if you guys can see that, but we're going to put it to the test, and you'll be able to see on my face. And last but not, translucent powder, $28. And then last but not least, we have the baking powder. Now this, I'm afraid I didn't get the right color in because I was going to get the softish pink one, but then I was like, that one might be too light. Might not work for me when I get tan. Excuse me. Summer's coming. So I got light banana. And this is supposed to be to bake right here, the sides of the nose, anywhere you want to bake. I don't really bake under my eye, but I do like to bake under here when I feel like things are getting messy or muddy. So very excited. And this powder looks buttery amazing when she used it. So let's see what it looks like. It's a square powder. It's got this what's the word? Foggy matte, soft matte, I don't know, thing. Brightening light powder. This retails for $29. It's got the lifted J. Let's look at the color. I think it'll be good. It could be lighter, I think, but I don't think it's gonna look bad. And all her stuff has this little, so this has this little right here. Oh, to pull it off. Very finely milled, I can tell just by the way it just smells like makeup. Not a good smell. Hopefully that's just the plastic part. I'm very excited. Okay, so let's just get into it. All right, so we're gonna start with the under eye primer. Before I was like, oh, I'm gonna start this video with my foundation on. I put foundation all right here, so if you could see some, whatever. I wiped it off. I was like, frick, I need to try this out. So I'm gonna put this on first. Let's squeeze it out a little. Okay. No smell. It's like a creamy white color. Very interested to see the consistency. Ooh. Feels really good. I like this tip. I'm gonna only use that much because I have a pretty small under eye. She applies it, you know what I mean? She's not shy. And then I'm gonna use this finger, because this is your most gentle finger, to blend. I'm not going too close to my eye, I don't want to burn it, my eye, but I'm going to pat like in here. I do sometimes get a little bit creepy in here, like in this little crease right here, and it's a little bit annoying to blend out. So I'm curious if that'll help me with that, because I've never really thought to try a product for that issue, so maybe this will be the answer. I don't want to be too heavy though, because I do get oily in there. It feels really great. It feels like exactly what it is, an under eye primer, because I feel like a moisturizer would just kind of be sticky and then dry, but this one has more of like a smoothing feeling effect. I don't know if you can see a smoothing effect. Oh, definitely a little bit. I don't know if you guys can tell. Let me know what you think. When I watch this back, I'll see what I think, but in my mirror, I feel like it looks really good. And I bet you this would be good if your eyes are ever like puffy, which that happens to me when I cry. My eyes get super, super puffy like the next day. So this might be my savior for that issue. Okay. No odor, smoothing, very hydrating, but not in like a oily, greasy, gross way. I'm impressed. I like it. Like I said, it is my first time using an under eye primer, so I don't have anything to compare it to, but I've used a lot of face primers and I really like the consistency. So there is the under eye primer, and then when we lay our concealer on top, I'll let you know how it looks. Maybe I should put a little more like in this cheek area, no? No, I feel like she only applied it like under here. Oh, and by the way, I moisturized my skin and I put a little bit of my Tarte primer here on my nose and here. I normally put it like kind of here too, but I didn't because I want to test this out by itself. So yeah, let's just leave it at that. Okay, now I'm gonna take foundation and concealer that I know and love so that we can test the powders without worrying if anything's gonna mess with those. So I'm going to apply my L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation and my e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I might speed this up, I might come back, we will see, but this is what I'm gonna be doing in the meantime. Okay, I tried to zoom in. I don't know how this is gonna look, but here are my under eyes with the primer. I did not set it yet. I just want you guys to be able to see. And that issue I was talking about in my inner corner where I sometimes get like creasy, like just with the natural creases in my eye shape, I feel like it's sitting a lot better than it normally does, and it doesn't look like crusty around my eye. I'm impressed, but just wanted to show you. Now, in Jaclyn Hill's demo, she did the primer and her concealer, and she went straight in with the palette, and she used it with a sponge, so I'm going to use it as a sponge as well, not only because she did, but that is also how I'm wiping the makeup off my piercings. That is also how I do my makeup. Sometimes I use my sponge, sometimes I use a brush like this, but I feel like I want to try it her way first and see what happens. So, make sure there's no creasing. I think I'm going to go in with a mix of these two right here to my left. The two on the left, coconut and honey. I'm not quite sure how to read the back of this. On the left, if they line up, it says that it's lilac and honey, but I don't think that that white one is lilac. I feel like that one would be lilac. So I'm gonna go with coconut and almond. I think these two, okay? I'm gonna use those two. And I'm gonna just... She said you might have to get the top layer off a little bit, but I also don't want to do too much. So I dapped it in. I got a little bit on my sponge. My sponge is kind of dirty, sorry. And then I'm just gonna go in. Feels good. No scent. Oh, wow. Okay, I really didn't use all that much, but look at the difference. It's in this side. Looks good. Really good. Wow. Okay. Kind of pushing it rather than scraping it. And then I'm pressing it into my skin. Because I don't really want to like rub any concealer off. Even though I kind of feel like my right here has been kind of dark on me lately. Like right in there. But I don't like to put too much concealer and like cake things up. I'm also taking this brightening powder up in here because I get dark in this whole area. So I'm going to take a little bit more and do the same over here. And then I just usually set the rest of my lid with whatever translucent powder I'm using. So I'll do that when I, you know, try hers. And I'm just going to really press that in so there's no lines. Press it all around. I'm very impressed. Very impressed. Wow. I'm going to take a little bit of this lilac one and see if I can brighten up just in the very inner corner. Like this. I'm really like, so I can get some precision with it. And I'm just going to put it right in here. Oh yeah. That's brightening. I love that it's in a palette. So I didn't just have to pick one. I really, really like that. I know the Kat Von D Locket contour palette was like big for this technique. And a lot of people, like their one shade would kind of like run out and then they'd have to buy the whole new palette until she finally came out with like singles. And I know, I'm pretty sure Jaclyn Hill was one of those people. My mom uses it. So I think this is really cool that like I can use all of these shades at some point throughout the year. This is a great idea. Looks so good. Like I know where to go, but looks good. I'm gonna take a little bit of these powders like in right here and right here because basically when you're brightening, you're bringing those parts of your face forward. And I want to do that same thing where I applied concealer. So I'm just gonna take a little bit. She was right about it not looking dry or anything at all. Ooh. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like up close. I'm super impressed so far. What do you guys think? I don't have like perfect skin or anything, but I think it looks really freaking good. Very brightening, very dimensional. It doesn't look cakey or creasy. I mean, it might look a little bit like really close to here, but I mean, that's kind of... Oh, and when I touch it, wow, it feels so good. It doesn't feel powdery. It just feels like skin. That's really interesting. All right, I'm done. I'm done with this. Let's move on. Next, okay, next up, the translucent powder. We're gonna set the rest of our face. This is the, that's it, translucent setting powder. You guys saw this. Ooh, feels kind of weird. Kind of don't like how that feels. I'm weird with certain textures, but okay, it's translucent. I don't know why I did that, but it feels like a very lightweight powder. So I'm just gonna take a big fluffy brush again, no scent or nothing. Let's see if it's got any kick up. Little bit of kick up. That's fine. I'm gonna get it all over my brush. Not a super huge tap off. And I'm just gonna... Ooh. Wow. Okay. I really like this too. I don't know why of course I expect perfection from her, but I know a lot of people don't. So I'm like, okay, let me make sure it's not just biased because I like her. But like, guys, I really like her products so far. You're gonna see me use some other products of hers that I haven't talked about at the end of this video. Some of her lip products that I have. Even her lipsticks that everybody freaked out about. I love them. And I really hope she brings them back. Like, I'm not a huge bullet lipstick wearer, but I really like those ones. And the colors, I mean, just saying. And I feel like my skin looks really good. I feel like you can still see a little bit of glow right here. And I didn't put on any glowy products or nothing. So that's just like my natural skin. Or maybe it's the luminosity of this powder. I don't know. But I'm touching my face and it's set. Like, it's not like, oh, you know, no, it's set. It's definitely set. And it feels so good and smooth. And I feel like my face looks... I feel like my face looks good. Jaclyn. Okay, so now I'm going to take her bronzer blush duo and I'm going to do that. And I'm also going to take her highlights and I'm going to use those. I don't know if you can tell, but I am obsessed and I haven't even baked yet. I feel like everything is laying amazingly on top of these complexion products. I mean, feel like you can tell I have Jaclyn Cosmetics on my face, and that's really cool. I think it looks amazing. I think it looks really, really good. So let's go ahead and try out this baking powder. I'm a little bit nervous about the color, but I already know the formula is good. I can just tell by the way she swipes it on her face. It looks fucking amazing. Okay, so here's the color. This has a weird smell, but it smells kind of like glue, so I feel like it's the packaging. I don't think it's the actual powder. Here we go. Banana powder. Oh, I got Brightening Light Banana, and that just sounds delightful to me. So I'm gonna take the flatter edge of my Laura sponge. I would prefer the Morphe one, but I didn't wet it and bring it over here because that one has a flat edge. It'd be easier if you're new to this. I would use that versus this. This is gonna be a little harder, but it's okay. And I'm gonna dip it in. Looks like it's got cat hair. Looks like it's got good coverage. Wow, looks really good. You saw the swipe. I didn't even use a whole lot. Like, I feel like she uses a lot more than I would have, and I didn't even use a whole lot, which is good because I feel like there's not that much product in here. But it is meant to be a baking powder, not an over face powder, so that's okay. She also said you can use it on the under eye, and it has more coverage than the brightening powder, but I don't want to put that under my under eyes because I think it'd be too dark. But I think it's going to do great for this exact purpose right here. So maybe the peachy or the pinky one for the under eyes. Now I'm interested in that. Or even I think there's a lilac one. And I haven't tried a lilac under eye powder. I've got it on. I took the excess and right around here because sometimes when I get a little crazy with my brush, I get too close to my lips. So I just tapped the excess right here, and I'm gonna let that bake while I do my eyebrows off camera, and then when I come back, we'll brush it off. Okay, so I did a little more than my eyebrows. I did my eyes too, and I used the OG, as you can tell, Jaclyn palette. I used these in my crease, as like my transition. Then I used these in my crease, blended out, buffed out my crease before and after with this yellow color. On my lid, we have this chocolatey, sparkly shade, and then I put this in the middle, and then I highlighted my inner corner and brow bone with this. Oh, and then there's this too, like all in the outer corner and stuff. So I love both of these palettes. Every time I use it, I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Like, definitely better than the other Morphe formulas. She understands color. That's what I love about makeup. Combining colors, mixing warm tones and cool tones. Like, I know, like, when you learn it, they say not to do that and all kinds of, I don't know, but I just think that she understands color very well, and that's why she's so good at what she does and undertones. So, yeah, let's wipe off this bake. I've been waiting. I want to see what it looks like. I'm going to use the same brush that I used to set my face. So, I think it's a little bit uneven, to be honest with you. I think I did this one a little more high, but whatever. Like I said, I don't do it a lot, but of course, it looks amazing, of course. Oh yeah, if you bake, you need that. Definitely the best baking powder I've used. 10 out of 10. Very impressed. Oh my goodness, I was not expecting to love each product as much as I did. Like I said, I have to see how they wear and everything, but like, oh, I got a little something on my nose right there. That's pretty annoying. What can we do about that? I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Wow. I have an itch. I can't even. This is amazing. Like, so good. For your own brand to launch that many complexion products that feel so good, perform so good, and look so good with other products the way that they do. I mean, I don't know if it's because I use all Jaclyn in one face, but I think it looks amazing. And let's just finish off the face. First, I'm going to set my face. I'm going to use my Catrice spray. I've been really liking this one. Let's see how everything looks after we set it. It already looks so good. You know what it is? I feel like, so, you know, I like to set my face and then blend with the sponge. Before I've even done that, I feel like these products have already given me that effect of setting spray, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, already has that skin powders melted into the skin effect. So let's see now. I usually do this before I do my mascara so I don't wet my mascara and cause any transfer, but I forgot. I was finishing the eyes off camera. Oh my gosh, yeah, it looks even better. Oh, it looks so good. Okay, so now let's do our lips. I did get 3 of her lipsticks at launch. The liquid lipsticks, 1 second. I got 3 liquid lipsticks at launch. I got Truth, Get Real, and Krabby. I also love these. I've been using these since I got them. Super lightweight, super long lasting, not drying, not creepy and gross. Again, the undertones, she gets the undertones, love it. But I have not tried them yet with the lip liners because those sold out fast. I knew that was going to happen. I knew those were going to sell out faster than the liquid lipsticks because I think people were just more excited about it, if that makes sense. But I also got 2 lip liners recently in store. I posted about these on my TikTok. If you don't follow my TikTok, it's vstokes15. I got Macaroon and Chai Tea. Macaroon is more of a pinky color with a little bit of shimmer, which is really interesting. And Chai Tea is like a nude. I kind of want to get a darker one as well because Chai Tea was lighter than I was expecting. But I love them. There's those. And then for lips, here is Get Real. That's Get Real. While it's wet, you'll see them all dry in a second. This is Truth. Truth is a little more pinkish than Get Real. And then Krabby. I love them both. I love them all. I'm really happy with the colors that I picked because they're all colors that I would wear. Now for today, I don't know which one I should use for my eyes. My eyes are very neutral, but so I could possibly do any of them. I'm feeling Get Real though. Like always. I think that's the one I wear the most. I think Truth would look really good too, but I think I want to do Get Real with Chai Tea. I want to try that combo. So let's do that. Let's line our lips with Chai Tea first. I love her lip liners too. Love, love, love. My favorites are probably these and the KKW and Kylie lip liners right now. Okay, so I really love this combo for a nude lip, but like I said, I do wish I had one of her darker liners because I think it would look stunning with a little bit of a darker liner. So I'm going to grab a different one for that. See the difference? It's a little bit messy because of how I did it. It would have looked way better if I did it before. So the makeup is finished. Okay, I tried all the products. We tried the baking powder. We tried the under eye palette. We tried the under eye primer. And we tried the translucent powder. If I was a judge that could throw up scorecards, I'd be throwing up 10s right now. And I'm just gonna come close up to you now that everything's done. You can see everything. You can see my personal mistakes probably, and you can also probably see how my skin looks. And I just think it looks so good. It looks smooth. I don't have perfect skin, so it looks really good for not having perfect skin. You know what I mean? So it didn't just look good on her. This will look good on you too. I don't know. I'm really happy with how my makeup looks. It's like 10 o'clock now, so I'm probably just going to go to my dad's and show him my makeup and see what they think if they notice a difference. And yeah, I'll try to get this video up as soon as possible. Please like, please comment. If you own anything that Jaclyn has made through Morphe or her own brand, tell me what you think about it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. My next video. I don't know what it's going to be. Probably, I had one in my brain. I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. Okay. My makeup looks good. Thank you, Jaclyn. Thank you.